I want to commend my colleague from New Jersey for an eloquent and soaring speech that speaks to the collective aspirations that we should have in this body on behalf of the collective nation that we represent. And I am not at all surprised at Senator Booker's ability to relate to this body the lives of people from New Jersey and across the country who depend upon us to respond to them in their times of need, and to remind us of the greater nature of what we should stand for as an institution and on behalf of this country. And he did it, I think, with such aplomb, and he did it with such a passion and intensity, and at the same time with such sincerity that I think it is an excellent beginning to what will be a very long series of remarks to the Senate on critical issues that will both inform us and at the same time remind us of the high calling for which we are all brought to the Senate. I just want to take one moment to add on to what Senator Booker said, specifically on the topic for which he ultimately drove, and that is this question of unemployment. And I want to relate one story. I see the senator from Utah is up, so I'm just going to relate one story and ask the rest of my remarks be included in the record. But it speaks
without objection.
But it speaks to the very heart of what Senator Booker was conveying here. I get thousands of letters from people who depend on their meager unemployment benefits to avert complete economic disaster while they desperately look for work. And as Senator Booker said, these people are not lazy. They're not looking for a handout. They just want a job, any job. And I want to talk about one constituent in particular, Noelle from Atlantic County, who described herself as, quote, a middle-aged, unemployed single mother trying to raise two sons to be successfully contributing members of our society. She said in her letter that after her marriage ended, quote, I didn't shrug my shoulders and give up, even though the system said I didn't qualify for assistance. I took care of my children in my home to pay the bills and avoid child care costs. In 2000, when my children were of school age, I found a minimum wage seasonal job and worked hard to become a permanent employee. I worked even harder to rise up in the organization and become a respected manager. And when that company went bankrupt in 2009, I found another job, within 2 weeks taking a large pay cut and making far less than I would have made on unemployment. I stayed with that company for 4 years until I was laid off in July of 2013. Once again, I didn't shrug my shoulders and give up. For the following 26 weeks, I sought employment. I have joined every employment website I could find and applied for any job remotely within my limited job skills. Unfortunately, the responses I've gotten have not been encouraging. 13 years of retail experience, including 9 years of management experience, translates into few opportunities. No one will consider me for any entry-level positions based on my previous experience. And she closed in saying, no, I do not think unemployment should be a way of life. No, I do not think you can be unemployed and disabled. No, I do not think 3 million unemployed Americans are going to find jobs in 26 weeks. So she's right. And these are the type of Americans that Senator Booker was talking about, and this is why the Senate should act. Mr. President, I yield the floor.